Africa, it seems like they have this complex, right? And don't get me wrong, I understand, I overstand the other side of it too. But let me get this out first. No Diddy. It's like they have this mindset where I'm viewing, and I'm seeing it happening in real time again, right? Where it's just like I see this movement that's going on specifically in West Africa, how a lot of countries like Burkina Faso, Niger, Senegal, a lot of them, especially the French, the countries in West Africa were colonized by France. There's this movement going on where it seems like they're separating themselves from the rule of France. All these African leaders, there's a few of them coming together. They're trying to actually be independent. They're actually trying to be independent, create some type of, I'm thinking, okay, they're trying to be independent. They're trying to liberate their countries for real, not no on paper, but actually liberate their country. And then I realized their countries, and then I realized there's a complex a lot of Africans have, even the so-called leaders that's looking like, all of them that's looking like, oh, these are the guys that's going to lead Africa into actually being liberated and actually standing on his own too. And I realized a lot of them have a certain complex where it's like being colonized. And this is how you know, again, Africa was never not colonized. They never left. It's a mental thing, that spell they're under. Where it's just like, there's this need they have to be under some type of oppressor, or be part of some type of an oppressor's system, or just be, it's like their mindset is never to be free. It's always to, the highest they could go is to sit next to these people. It's not to be free. And I'm not saying for you to try to sit above them or for you to try to shit on what they're doing. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying their mindset is never for them to just be free. It's always to the highest they could feel like they could view things to go to is to sit next to them. So you start to realize all these so-called moves they're making, all these things they're doing, is not necessarily for them to gain independence. No. It's for them to be able to sit with these people. That's all they want, bro. And I start to see it. It's like the minute they start making all these moves, people get excited. But at the end of the day, bro, it's never time to get emotional, bro. Because when you get emotional, you need to tone that down, because there's probably something you're missing that you're not seeing. You need to pay attention. They start to expose themselves slowly but surely. It's not even slowly, very fast. Very fast they start to expose themselves. And you start to realize it's not independence they're looking for. It's not freedom they're looking for. I don't know if it's the fact that they've been colonized for so long that they can't even like fathom the fact that you could be free. Sometimes when someone's mind is so oppressed, bro, when someone is so used to not being free, bro, when you realize some of these people have never felt what it's like to be free ever in their lives, they just think they have. You start to realize, bro, they just move in a way where naturally, bro, it's almost like they're possessed, but it's just habits that's formed on certain people where naturally, bro, they just move in a way where it's just like you don't even have to do nothing to them. And you realize, bro, you've never been free. You never knew what that felt like. You were always colonized mentally, spiritually, emotionally, in every single way. You've been programmed to just move like that, like a robot, without you even being touched, without you even, where you think you're fighting for something. You think you're fighting something. But in reality, you're just fighting to move exactly how you were programmed to move your whole life. And you realize some of these people have never felt what it's like to be free. They've never been free. Because all they fight for, bro, is to sit next to that. That's the highest thing they could think of. We're going to go sit next to them. We want to sit next to them. We want to be over there when they're making decisions. We want to be with them. You're fighting not to be free. You're fighting to be accepted. There's no freedom in that, bro. There's no freedom in fighting to be accepted, bro. That's not freedom. That's not a fight. Because you know what you have to do already to be accepted. So that's not a fight. So they act like they're fighting. They act like they're doing something. They're not doing nothing. They're just fighting for acceptance, bro. They said they turned down an invite from America, but they'll go to Russia. It's the same, bro. You just Senegal, oh, they're doing this thing. Oh, they want to go be with they want to go be with them. They want to go sit with them. And I'm not saying to sit with them to have a conversation. Oh, no, that's not what I'm talking about. It's not about, because you could always sit with somebody and have a conversation. A conversation is just a conversation. It doesn't mean anything. It could mean something, but it's just a conversation. As humans, we should be able to have conversations. It's nothing. Now, what that conversation ends up leading to, okay, that's what really matters. But a conversation can just be a conversation. It's just a conversation. But you realize, no. It's like they're looking for a new daddy. If it's not them, it's this. If it's not this, it's that. If it's not him, it's... You're just looking for a new daddy. It's not really independence they're looking for. They're looking for a new daddy. They're looking for a new plug. They're looking for someone else to be under. And the ultimate goal for them is to make it to a certain level where they could sit next to these people will accept them to sit next to them. And people could accept you to sit next to them. That doesn't mean anything, bro. You come sit next. What does that mean? You sit next to us. In fact, that makes them look good. Look, we have the Africans here. They're sitting next to us. We have the Africans here. They're part of the process. Look at them. What does that mean? It doesn't mean anything, bro. So it's not freedom they're fighting for. They're fighting for acceptance. They're fighting for acceptance. They're fighting for a so-called sit on the table. What does that mean? That's just for the media to... It's a nice picture, bro. It's just a nice picture. You know? That would be a nice picture. See all these African countries, they're sitting there with all these other people, like they're sitting there. Oh my God, look, the world, everybody's... Another 1,000 years go by, another 100 years go by, and then they start complaining. Man, we've been sitting here for 1,000 years, nothing happened. Yeah, you sure have been sitting there for 1,000 years, nothing happened. That's what you wanted, though. That's what you fought for. You got it. They're not fighting for freedom, bro. They don't know what it's like to be free. They don't know. They don't know what it's like to be free. They don't know what it's like to be free. They just want a new daddy. They just want to be... They want acceptance over freedom. There's no freedom in acceptance. There's no freedom in acceptance. To be accepted is like, cool. That's it. It's a nice feeling sometimes, but it's just feelings. Feelings are fickle. That's not freedom. That's not freedom. Just a nice picture, bro. But hey, we live in that era where it's about what looks good on a picture and what looks good on video. It's not about what reality is. Freedom is priceless, man. That's the most valuable thing in this world. It's freedom, bro. It's the most valuable thing in this world. Trust me, it's freedom. It's nothing else. It's freedom. It's freedom.